So welcome to the Mayan Dream Spell. Today we begin a new 13-day wave spell. So these are 13-day evolutionary periods looked at through the lens of the Mayan Dream Spell calendar. So this is a 260-day calendar that would track the cycles of consciousness evolving through the galaxy. And so the butterfly's wings in the center of the galaxy today is sending out this impulse that's known as the White Wizard. So this begins a 13-day period of the White Wizard wave spell. Now this White Wizard wave spell is 13 days that is dedicated to the evolution of our capacity for timelessness. It's here to help support our personal and collective evolutionary process in opening ourselves up to receptivity. To not just receptivity in the sense of, listening and communication, etc. But how much are we able to truly open ourselves up to receive the very energy of the universe itself, the energy that motivates, the energy that moves, that drives things. What is it that makes us humans actually move? What is it that brings plants to life? What is it that brings animals? You've got my little Caesar down here, little kitty. What is it that drives us? That animates us, that makes us different from just a rock on the ground. And we've spent so many years in our scientific endeavor, within humanity on this planet, to try and break this mystery open, to understand it, to understand the mechanics of physics and energy and biology and all these different things. And we have made some amazing discoveries. But one of the things that I've seen a lot is that for every great discovery that we make in science, 1,000 scientists take it as religion. They take that breakthrough and they say, this is what it is. We know it now. We know what's happening. And paradoxically, what they do is they shut the right brain receptivity of concepts, ideas, and inspiration down. And then they anchor in hard with the left brain, logic, that masculine archetype, that analytical aspect of the brain. And don't get me wrong, that left brain is such a vital, important thing. Science is such an important part of the evolution of our human species. But when we look at the world, you can see how when we think we know, I've got it now. I understand how it all works. I understand physics and all these things. Then we stop being receptive. We stop being receptive to new information, to new possibilities that we may not have even contemplated before. Maybe we've not even had experiences that have given us even an inkling to even think in that way before. And so if we constantly walk around in the world thinking that we know what is right and, in the world, what is true, that this is how it is, then we stop being receptive. Instead, what we begin to do is build this analytical wall around us, this kind of safety in knowing, because that's one of the things humans are we're very terrified of. At the core of everything, we have a fear of the unknown. We don't like not being in control. Have a look at the world around you. What's everyone doing? We're working to try and get finances to ensure that we're secure for our future, for our retirement, right? You look at workplaces, everyone insurances just in case this, just in case that. Everyone is preparing to try and anticipate what is coming, without having any idea what really is. They're just logically trying to think of what possibly could go wrong and how can I anticipate this. And so during this White Wizard wave spell, we're really being given an invitation to see where might you be blocking new ideas and new ways of seeing things, new perspectives in the world, by thinking that you are so sure of where you are right now, of who that person is, of how these things are. Where could you be potentially blocking yourself from seeing, a huge potential that's hiding there? And for those of you that are on BitClout and watching this on bitclout.com, the link's in the comments below if you're in that crew. If you're not, come check us out. That's where I'm anchoring this transmission, on the Mayan Dream Spell on bitclout.com. So for all the pioneers on BitClout right now, you've all had the experience when you turned up and you see this platform. And if you haven't seen it and you're visiting it for the first time after this video, Watch what happens. You'll go in there and you will see bitclout.com, you'll have a look at it, and you're going to try and interpret it through all the lenses of what you already know. You're going to look at it, is this a Twitter? Is this an Instagram? Is this a Facebook? You know, and that can create confusion because people come in expecting it to look like something that that has been done before. And so many people get so obsessed with trying to see the Twitter in it, trying to see the Instagram in it. How do I use it like Twitter? How do I use it like Instagram? My challenge is enter in saying, ooh, I wonder what this is. You know, I like to think of BitClout as, you know, that tunnel in Alice in Wonderland, you know, where she follows the rabbit that's always running late. And they go spiraling down this tunnel and all kinds of magic and mystery and craziness is open. And all of a sudden she drops into a land where anything is possible, right? For better or worse. And in a way, that's how it felt to me when I came to BitClout. When I dropped what I thought I knew about it, I started discovering new things every day. And even now I sit here having spent 6 months or 5 months on this platform, and I suddenly realize I know even less now than I did then. That more and more things are giving birth all the time. And the less I try to be in control, the less that I want to know what's going on, the more adventurous it becomes, the more I'm surprised and delighted each day, the less stress I have about how it's all going to play out. And the more fun I can have, the more enchanted my experiences become, the more synchronicities begin to happen, and the more natural flow starts to be. And so this isn't just for social media platforms either. You know, think about the people in your life. And Richard Rudd from the Gene Keys once said in one of his contemplations, he said, how can you truly love somebody if you think that you know them? So sit with that for a little bit. How can you truly love somebody if you think that you know them? If you think that you know your partner, then you leave no room for them to explore and discover new parts of themselves. You know, how many times have you been to a high school reunion or a Christmas party with the family or something, and you go and everyone remembers that you were 10 years ago, that you were 20 years ago, 5 years ago. And you almost bring that part out for them because that's who they remember you as. It almost calls it out of you. And that part that's been out changing the world, exploring all the rest just gets forgotten because they think they know you. But when you see your lover, your family, your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, whoever it is, your workers, your prime ministers, your presidents, you know, whoever it is, when you see them every day and in a new light, if you see them through the lens of curiosity of who are they today, then I promise you, when you can open yourself to be receptive, to let go of knowing and be open to a whole new way of seeing, then you'll be surprised what begins to come out of your lovers, your family members, your friends, your family, the workplace, the world. When you let go of these projections and give everyone space to rediscover themselves every day, especially yourself. So enjoy this White Wizard Wavespell. It's a time of mystery, it's a time of magic, it's a time of really trusting in your dreams. And instead of trying to brute force everyone around you to agree with your dreams, really just allow yourself to be receptive, to have the right people magnetized to you, the right conditions, the right situations, so that you can be ready to respond to real opportunity when it turns up, rather than fighting some illusion of how it's all meant to be. So in Lakesh, I am another you, and I'll see you on the next Wavespell.